Meghan Markle here.
So I've already did my recording for today, which is May 28th, 2025. It's 6 o'clock. I'm about to wake up my kids and I'm editing whatever I've already recorded earlier today. Okay, just to give you a perspective of things. So I hop on Twitter just to see what's going on, and then I saw this. So before the house starts noisy, let me go through this and see what's going on here. But at the Legislative in Quebec City, the speech was greeted with a mix of indifference and ridicule. There's the laugh here. There's more. Oh my God. Let me go into that. I'll leave the link in the description. I may not read all of it, but oh shit. Right to his face. Did they do that? Okay, let's read. Quebec legislator vote to cut ties with British monarchy after King's visit. So it was written yesterday, May 27. Quebec. On the same day, King Charles III delivered a throne speech in Ottawa, heaping praise on Canada. The National Assembly Tuesday adopted a motion calling on Quebec to abolish all ties with the monarchy, presented by party, there's the name here, Quebec's leader, Paul Saint-Pierre Blamondon. The motion states that Quebec is the only custodian of the democratic expression of the Quebec people. It notes a majority of Quebecers feel no attachment to the British monarchy and that, quote, the National Assembly agrees to abolish the link between the Quebec state and the British monarchy, end quote. The motion was adopted without debate. The vote was unanimous with 106 MNAs. I don't know what that stands for. I don't have time to look it up. From the coalition Avenir Quebec government and the other two opposition parties, the Liberals and Quebec Solidaire, voting in favor of the PQ motion. This symbolic vote came on the same day as King Charles III delivered a historic address in the Senate chamber in Ottawa, quoting the words of the Canadian national anthem, quote, the true North is indeed strong and free, end quote, he said to the applause of MPs, senators, and number guests. Oh my God. But at the legislature in Quebec City, the speech was greeted with a mix of indifference and ridicule. Quote, I didn't listen to it. Oh my God. Premier François Legault said on his way out of question period in the afternoon, I was in meetings. Simon Jolin Barrette, the minister responsible for Canadian relations, said the same thing, adding he will listen to it later. Oh my God. But the opposition party had plenty of opinion on the presence of King Charles III and Queen Camilla on Canadian soil. And it goes on to say, what a bizarre country Canada is. Quebec Solidaire co-spokesperson Ruba Gazelle said at a news conference, to affirm its sovereignty, it believes it is important to bring the monarchy of a foreign country here to talk about its priorities. US was the first party to propose the abolition of the oath to the monarch. MNAs, members of the National Assembly, used to have to swear before taking their place in the legislature. In December 2022, a law was adopted making the oath optional after QP MNAs were briefly barred from sitting because they refused to take the oath. Now QS wants to go further, calling on the CAQ. Okay, all these abbreviations, I don't know what they stand for. So these political terms in Canada. Government to put an end to the funding Quebec provides for lieutenant governor, the king's representative at the legislature, to pay for things like office space, staff, and a car and driver. Wow. The Quebec budget this year includes $758,000 to pay those costs. The salary of the lieutenant governor is paid by Ottawa. The post is currently occupied by Meghan. The day after she was named, in December 2023, the National Assembly adopted a motion calling for the post to abolish. Nothing has happened as a result of that motion because in reality, the government can do much about the post in the short term. While much of the job is ceremonial, Quebec laws do not become legal unless they have the royal sanction, which is Janet's job. QS has argued the lieutenant governor's legal function could be replaced by an administrator, a move that will require the support of the federal government and the other provinces. Asked about the obstacle ahead, Zazzle insists the first step is to at least start talking about it. People said abolish the oath would be impossible, and yet we got it abolished, Gaza said. QS says in the meantime, Quebec on its own could stop funding the lieutenant governor's office, a message she recently delivered to Jone Barrett, who she said has taken note of the idea. I guess Canada something, what's the Q stand for? On 2015 platform called for elimination of the post of lieutenant governor. Okay, so it's almost done. Anyway, I'll leave the link in the description. You guys could check it out, and I will be putting it. Actually, I did put it on my community board, but I didn't put the link. So I need to put the link. I need to get go wake up my kids and then read some of the tweets below it because the squad are laughing. There's all of that. I posted that. Let me go wake up my kids. It's 6:03 now. Alright, so let me get this out of the way. So this is me who posted that 8 minutes ago. Almost this. Oh, let me pause it so I don't get flagged. Almost the same vibe, but Canada is savage. But it seemed like after reading that thing, it didn't pass it, but they brought legislation to get rid of them. All right, so that was back in 2022. The Royal Family Services are no longer required. Prime Minister Andrew Holness explained to Prince William that Jamaica intends to become an independent republic. Okay, 22 seconds. Let's listen. He didn't even let them sit down yet. I remember that. Screenshot.
And we are moving on. And we intend to attain in short order our development goals and fulfill our true ambitions and destiny as an independent, developed, prosperous country.
Thank you, media.
Oh, what an embarrassment. What an embarrassment. And the thing is that they continue. They don't see that people, the rest of the world pretty much agree with Harry, and they don't like the things that they're doing to Harry, especially with the security and all of that. Self-destruction. People don't like that. Okay, that's what they meant by don't underestimate his trip to Canada. Okay, Brit citizen, your time is now. There's the laugh here, not my king. Oh, he tagged not my king. There's the laugh here. They really think they are relevant, and the world says otherwise. Wow, the speech impact. There's that. Australia Republic. Okay, so I'm sure later on people's gonna, there will be more comment to it because it was posted, let's see here, May 28th. That's today, 2:38 a.m. Right now is 6:06. So a couple hours ago. All right, so that's that. Canada woke up and chose violence. They don't want a lazy, work-shy, incandescent with rage really leaks lording over them. There's the laugh here. So this is the next day. Later on in the day, I came across this tweet, so I decided to add in the video since I haven't finished edited yet. So this is the article which I shared previously. There's William and Charles. Let's see here. Let's pause that. Isn't it sweet how Charles and William always leave countries questioning the monarchy? Quebec just voted them out. Did they vote them out? Was it a legislation that was brought up? William's Caribbean tour sparked calls for reparations. Sorry at Kensington Royal and Daily Mail. I blacked both of them. Let's see how they spent this to blame Meghan and Harry because as per usual, Charles and William are never responsible for anything. They woke up and said, to start chaos is easy. Quite right, completely meaningless. In this day and age, another popularity poll due next week. Alter continua, that's a different language, I guess, to be continued. They said to hell with the leftovers, squandering mediocrity. Great, there's the thumbs up. Quebec is now all of Canada. Oh, I wholeheartedly support, quite right as well, not making abolition of the monarchy. Quebec or French, oh, there's the word here. I love Quebec. Levesque hated the monarchy. He is smiling in his grave. Who needs a lazy, racist, philandering monarchy? Sending love to Quebec. Alright, losers, there's all of that. Okay, say what? Alright, so I decided to add this at the end of the video since I didn't finish with the video yet, and it relates to the other previous tweet. Alright, so that's that. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so that is it. Thanks for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better